That was perfect. Such a wonderful recipe of all of these different parts.
Love you, love you, love you, love you, love.
Did you see those abs? It takes a a lot of practice. Kia ora and welcome. My name's Stevie and I am your vocal coach for today because we have the pleasure at taking a look at Justin Bieber performing YUKON at the Grammys. We're going to be breaking down what is he up to exactly with his vocal technique and how is he creating these amazing sounds that he is making with this fabulous instrument that he has. Let's just get straight to it. Are you ready? Justin Bieber, give it to me. He just started singing, obviously, but I just wanted to say those loop stations are so difficult to program. It takes a lot of practice, and we know that Justin's been doing a lot of live streams, so he's got that practice in. I'm loving how he's really stripped down this performance, and it's so important for singers that we're also able to create our own backing track. So I do really recommend, if you're really interested or if you are looking to become a professional or a semi-professional singer, learn an instrument where you can accompany yourself, the piano or the guitar or one of the others, take your pick, but it really helps to be able to play for yourself.
In the city, remember you used to drive a YUKON. I pick up whenever you call, like in a parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? In a phantom with the roof gone, I pull it like Jimmy Neutron. I could help you get a move on, like you hard and I know you like to go slow, but we could go faster.
Okay, oh my goodness me. You hear this on now that is a chest voice quality. You do see that Justin's larynx does raise. And when we're going higher in the chest voice range, we need to take the larynx with us. Let's watch that again so we can just see that raising of the larynx.
I pull it like Jimmy Neutron. I could help you get a move on, like you hard and I know. Like to go slow, but we could go faster. Just tell me the password. Slide city, you know what that means. I'm coming up on you quickly. I bring nice things, yeah.
So what we've got there is a chest voice sound further up in the range. We've got that larynx going up and we've got a little bit of a tightening there at the back of the throat. So we could say that's even a bit of twang. And twang is when we take the area above the larynx and we make it smaller to make this sort of sound. And when we combine it with thyroid tilt, which is that complain sound in my voice that you can hear now, and what we're hearing in Justin's, not making fun of him, but that's just how it sounds in my voice, then we've got the recipe for this slightly higher larynx position in the chest voice.
I bring nice things, yeah. Slide city, slide. Plenty other men trying to get in the bed, so I'ma get slouched instead. You know it's gonna make you bad. What would I do if I didn't love you, baby? What would I do if I didn't love you, baby? What would I?
So Justin has a decent amount of that twang going through. What would I do Now, it's not just a tightening of the area above the larynx that we're talking about here, because we can't just move one set of muscles at once. We're actually talking about tensing that tongue root as well. What would I do? As well as making sure that the tongue is in a higher position at the back of the throat to tighten the space. I mean, that's what I said, right? But to make the space a lot smaller. And that's what's creating that type of sound. Let's just watch it again so you can really see the work going on here in the throat.
In the bed, so I'ma get slouched instead. You know it's gonna make you bad. What would I do?
Did you see that with it? It's gonna make you wet. Now that is not just twang, because that would be, that's all making you wet. So when we add twang plus that constriction and a bit of the tongue tension, that's what's making you wet, plus a slight vowel modification, then we have the sound. This is just such a wonderful recipe of all of these different parts of the voice.
You know it's gonna make you bad. What would I do? Yeah. If I didn't love you, baby, what would I do? If I didn't love you, baby, what would I do? Oh, if I didn't love you.
You might notice that he's actually quite crunched in here. Now, we can't really take a professional performer with the career as long as Justin's as an example of how to breathe, especially when we're learning to sing. Because with that crunched in posture, anyone that's struggling with this sound would actually find that the breath is being pushed out in this posture. So that's why we talk about correct posture in singing in terms of learning singing. And then when you get to Justin's level, you can contort your body in any which way, but you know how to make the change to adjust the pressure for your vocal folds. So you can see there, though, we've got short, sharp, high breaths because the phrases are actually really, really small. So it would be a waste of time, a waste of energy, and honestly, it would cause him a lot of discomfort if he was to take a really low belly breath for this song, or for this part of the song.
I didn't love you. I just wanna be the one to give you what you want. I could put you in the East St. Laurent, right around town with your head done now. I know you like it when I tell you what you want, what you want, what you want, what you want. I can tell your friends you yeah. You like to go slow.
So there's also a bit of a protection there when we're talking about the closed off posture and shutting the eyes and turning away. Now, again, Justin Bieber is standing on the Grammy stage. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But what is actually happening in that moment is you're really cutting off the audience from engaging with your song. You're sort of like asking them, hang on a second, I'm just going to have this really internal moment for a lot of the song. And then I'm just going to like ignore you, but you need to continue watching me. So again, this is not quite my style of performance. I do like to ask singers, you can have moments of closing your eyes and engaging and closing off, but open it back up again. Talk to them. Look at your audience. We communicate with our eyes, and those are really the windows to our soul. So allow the people to come in, and that can be really, really fucking scary, especially when we're standing on a stage.
I can tell your friends you yeah. You like to go slow. We can go faster. Tell me the password. Slide city. You know what that means. I'm coming up on you quickly. I bring that stage. Slide city.
So we can see there that he's getting a little slide city, slide city. Again, in my range, it doesn't sound as dynamic, obviously, as in Justin's voice, but we have an increase in the thyroid tilt there. Now, the thyroid is this wonderful cartilage where our vocal folds live. It's actually, the top part of the cartilage is the Adam's apple, and we all have one. It's just different sizes. So here's where the vocal folds live. And when that tilts forward, that is the main difference between speaking and singing. So when we're using that complaint and we go slide city, that can help us to not only access the chest voice in the higher part of our range, but it can also help us to sound more sung. And that's exactly why I have a free lesson for you down in the description below so that you can learn how to make your chest voice sound more sung. Enjoy.
Nice things. Slide city, slide. Plenty other men trying to get in the bed. So I'ma get slouched instead. You know it's gonna make you beg. What would I do? Yeah. If I didn't love you, baby, what would I do? If I didn't love you, baby, what would I do?
So this is kind of doodling around the same set of notes. So he's staying in that chest voice quality further up in the range. And you can see there that the chin is moving along with those melismas. Now, in a one-to-one singing lesson situation, I would be asking a singer to make sure that the jaw is not moving in, and we'd be going through specific exercises in order to strengthen the tongue, because that can be a compensation for a weak tongue muscle. Did you know? Maybe you didn't. And I don't know, it's a bit odd, right? Odd thing to say. But did you know? No, it's quite cool, actually. It's really improved a lot of my singers' melismas, but actually the strength of their voices by working on specific tongue exercises so they can actually strengthen this whole thing. But thing is about a professional like Justin Bieber is we don't try and fix what's not broken. If that works for him, if that's what he wants, then we absolutely leave it alone unless it's causing him some issues. And sometimes we actually go through exercises and we're looking for that optimal technique. And then when it comes to the songs, we kind of just go, let's just see what happens, and we'll just throw a bit of spaghetti at the wall. And then if the jaw moves, then that's absolutely fine as long as that's what you're looking for.
Love you, baby. What would I do? If I didn't love you? What would I do? Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
That was perfect. Did you see those abs moving beautifully for that in breath? Let's just watch that again.
What would I do? Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
So there are so many different reasons as to why he's chosen to do a lower breath, but one of them could be that he didn't really want it to be like as audible, that meaning that we can't hear it as much. We're hearing it really, really, really slightly through the microphone there. So when we're breathing for singing, there are actually a whole bunch of different ways that we can sing according to the different styles, but maybe he wanted to create a bit more relaxation within the throat, and therefore he's dropping the breath down into that lower diaphragm. And actually, it's not into the lower diaphragm. Actually, the diaphragm always moves when we are singing, but into the lower part of the lungs and releasing those abdominal muscles in the breath. Interestingly enough, though, actually, usually with male singers, we would see more movement in the sides of the ribs than we would in the stomach. So that could be something that he's also just trained in because a vocal coach was like, you must be able to do that. It'd be interesting to know where that actually came from.
Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah.
Really sure if I'd have known the song in advance, that I would have necessarily looked at it on the channel. It's not quite what I would consider to be a song that would really like stretch someone's vocal technique. But I did really like that it stayed around. Actually, the melody was pretty repetitive. So that can be really helpful for singers who are looking to find that chest voice sound. Because when we're doodling around the same set of notes, we're wanting to make sure we're like holding on to that feeling. And the problem is often with singers who are learning how to strengthen their chest voice, if we go too high or we go into the range of a different voice quality, that's when we can face some issues. So actually kind of spending a lot of the time around that same set of notes within this melody would be an excellent idea, especially for a male voice who's looking to strengthen that chest voice. For a female voice, I'd probably take this up 3 semitones like normal or 3 half steps, just to take this into a slightly brighter part, because what would I do? But if you are looking to strengthen the lower part of your chest voice, then this could be quite cool. And especially if you're looking to bring in some of that constriction, a little bit of twang, then this would be a really good exercise for that. So well done, Justin Bieber. Still probably take a little bit of an issue of like not just taking the stage and actually saying thank you to the audience, especially at the end. Look, again, Justin Bieber can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's at the Grammys, but honestly, it shows a sign of respect, especially when you're coming out. They've just spent like 5 minutes listening to your performance, and actually standing at the front of the stage is not you going like, look at my. It's actually you going, thank you for your time and your energy of looking at me. So it's just something that you can practice when you're on stage. Doesn't have to be a big old stage bow. It can just be something like a little tiny thank you, or even just simply saying fucking thank you into the mic, right? Or just a little nod of the head. But again, Justin Bieber can do whatever he wants. If you're interested in learning about anything I've talked about in this video, whether it's chest voice, learning how to make these sorts of sounds with your voice, making your singing sound more sung or even more contemporary, because we do need to add some of these more contemporary, like little squeezes and a bit of slack vocal folds and the way that he ends his phrases. We do teach that step by step inside my online singing school, the Vocal Academy. You can check out the link in the description below, in order to apply, because we believe that everybody can learn to sing, and we are here to show you the way step by step with a plan. Because I know there's nothing worse than looking for endless videos on YouTube, finding a whole bunch of them. They are all contradictory. They contradict each other, and also they don't really help to show you the way, and that's what we are here for. So check out some more Justin Bieber up here, and just remember, anyone can learn to sing. Happy practicing. Ka kite anō.